Alright, so this is the final stage. Last thing I got to do for my deer buck Euro mount. Well, and actually, still one more step after this, but it's however you want to do it, is mounting it on the wall and what you use to mount it on. So I've had it in, did my peroxide day before yesterday. So, I mean, that looks pretty freaking good. I haven't rinsed it yet, so I'm getting ready to rinse it. But I mean, it got good 24 to 48 hours of the peroxide on it, and man, that's honestly. Sometimes I'll do another coat just to really whiten it up more. Um, but honestly, I'm cool with that. So uh, I'm gonna rinse all this stuff off. I use warm water to rinse it off, and then let it dry down. Um, Once it's completely dry, today I'm gonna go out. I took down a couple trees. Well, there's a tree that fell, and then I took a big old oak tree out. It's a white oak. Um, White oak doesn't really have pretty grains, designs. Um, I I know I've still got that black walnut that went down a couple years ago, so I could slab that. Um, Walnut would be ideal, so I'm gonna look and see if I've got a downed walnut tree on my property, and if I do, I'm gonna rip a slab out of that, um, and I'll do it just as a backdrop to mount this on. And I mean, I can show you how to do that. It's not rocket science. What I'll do is I'll drill, and what I've done in the past, I just drill a couple holes through the wood. So I rip the piece out of a stump, um, maybe an inch with my saw, my chainsaw, which is not a real precision tool, but I'm pretty good with it. So I'll rip about, say an inch thick slab out of it, probably, and it all depends on the skull size, 18 inches or whatever. And then the backdrop of it looks pretty freaking killer, to be honest. The contrast of the white skull, especially with the black oak, because the inside of it's pretty dark. So actually, here in a second, I'll pause this and I'll run downstairs with the camera and show you the one from last year. All right, quick, show you this. I'm going to mount it on the deck. That's my elk head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The little kicker, huge. The spread on that thing is, that is an absolute monster. So I think I'm going to mount it up there on the deck. All right, let's go downstairs. All right, so there's some more elk sheds I found down in Texas. That was my son's. There's some sheds I found. That's the one I did last year. I think it looks freaking killer. And that's no stain, that's nothing. All I did was rip it with my saw, and then took an orbital sander to it and just kind of smoothed it out to take the chunks out from the saw. That's probably an inch and a half thick. And then I took 30 thousandths inch safety wire, drilled holes right there in the wood, and ran it up and around through there. I mean, it's small wire, so even from here, you don't even see it. So, except for that spider web on top. But, yeah, so that's what it'll look like. I mean, that's freaking sweet, man. And that's what I'm talking about is you find something with really cool background to it. Oh, and this is one I did a few years ago. Actually, I might do that again. Check this out. I ripped a side slab out of a fallen tree on my property. The same thing, wired it to it. I might actually do that. I mean, it kind of looks like a fence post. Same thing, wired it. Still got moss and crap on it. So get creative. Find something out in the woods to bring it in. It's pretty cool. This is one of those plastic ones that you can buy. I took a pencil and sketched the suture lines just to make them pop a little bit more. So, and that was one little one from a few years ago. All right, that's all I got. Enough show and tell. Go out there and be awesome. Thanks for watching.